Mark Zuckerberg just completely shocked the world today by the insane things that he just said about Trump. And since it's Mark Zuckerberg, you're probably thinking, oh, well, he probably said a lot of terrible things about Trump and all of that type of stuff, but nothing could be further from the truth. Mark Zuckerberg has actually confirmed that he is turning away from the far left ideology and from the woke insanity. And he has even had some very interesting phone calls with Trump over the past couple of weeks, to the point where he is now regretting and just full out admitting that he was wrong about the things that he has done in the past with Facebook and with Meta in regards to censoring conservative and Republican viewpoints. Even Trump talks about some of the things that has been going on between him and Mark Zuckerberg. So we're going to get into all the insanity here today. Let's go ahead and jump right into it.
So Mark Zuckerberg called me. First of all, he called me a few times. He called me after the event and he said that was really amazing. It was very brave. And, you know, and he actually announced he's not going to support a Democrat because he can't, because he respected me for what I did that day. I think what I did maybe was a norm. To me, it was a normal response.
Of course, he's talking about the attempt on his life at the rally in Pennsylvania.
But I was called by Mark Zuckerberg yesterday, the day before, on this same subject. And he actually apologized. He said they made a mistake, et cetera, and they're correcting the mistake.
So now we have Mark Zuckerberg actively calling Trump and apologizing to him personally for the things that he has done to him in the past. Now, I'm sure that you, like me, are probably thinking, oh, well, we should probably not trust Mark Zuckerberg, right? I don't think that he has earned that trust whatsoever. I would be willing to give him some respect if we can actually see the actions of what he is going to be doing with the future of Facebook, because he has done some very interesting things already as far as what he plans to do with the future of Facebook. But until we actually see his words put into action, I don't think that any of us should still trust him.
They said this fact check was initially applied to a doctored photo showing the Secret Service agents smiling. And in some cases, our systems incorrectly applied that fact check to the real photo. It has been fixed. We apologize for the mistake.
Let's not forget the absolutely insane moment where we saw Mark Zuckerberg get red-pilled about Trump in this video here.
I mean, seeing Donald Trump get up after getting shot in the face and pump his fist in the air with the American flag is one of the most badass things I've ever seen in my life. But look, I mean, it's, you know, and I think, look, it's, at some level as an American, it's like hard to not get kind of emotional about that spirit and that fight. And I think that that's why a lot of people like the guy.
So Zuckerberg admits he messed up by getting too involved in politics. So he was at a podcast event in San Francisco where he said this: the political environment, I think I didn't have much sophistication around, and I think I just fundamentally misdiagnosed the problem. I think it's going to take another 10 years or so for us to fully work through that cycle before our brand is back to the place that it could have been if I hadn't messed up in the first place. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has seen what Elon Musk has done with X, and he realizes that he could do the same, that he doesn't have to bend the knee to the government and all that type of stuff, because he literally confirms that that is exactly what happened, that Biden and Kamala Harris forced him to do very sus shenanigans with Facebook during the 2020 election. So Mark Zuckerberg has spoken with Trump in recent weeks, is growing disillusioned with far left in an effort to seemingly reshape his public image after openly admitting that Facebook worked with the Biden administration to censor their political opponents, which is insane to think about. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has reportedly hired a Republican strategist and now identifies as a libertarian, according to a report from New York Times. Zuckerberg previously admitted that Facebook worked with the FBI to censor the New York Post bombshell story on Hunter Biden's laptop, which outlined business dealings with multiple foreign entities. Facebook, Twitter, and other major social media networks worked with the FBI to scrub the story from the internet just weeks before the 2020 election. By the way, the FBI is the one that continues to get involved in all of these attempts on Trump's life, so it's kind of hard to trust them when they have actively worked against Trump for years and years and years, and I absolutely do not trust them whatsoever. But all of that being said, things are definitely shifting right now. Just think about this. Like years ago, okay, let's just say even like 4 years ago, it would have been unthinkable to see someone like Zuckerberg praise Trump even in the way that he did in this interview. You would not have seen that happen 4 years ago, but now we are at a point. There's such an interesting shift that is happening societally and culturally, where now we're even seeing people like Zuckerberg not only admit that he messed up when it comes to Trump in the past, but that Trump is actually a badass. So we're living in insane times, but let me know what you think about what Mark Zuckerberg says here. Do you trust Mark Zuckerberg? Do you not trust him? Let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.